I am live on the phone on Bolo VNR 2.0. Hey, I want to shout out to my day ones. You know some of the day ones them not easy. Miss Collins and them. Miss Collins, I tell everybody so me can't sing. Man, stop singing on YouTube, you know. Bolo got talent. Bolo can sing. All they doing is laughing at me. With love, it's all love. I know it's love. Shout out to Miss Collins. You know what I'm saying? The first lady of the platform. Shout out to Miss Genesis. You know, two of my biggest cheerleaders, you know, in terms of content creation. They absolutely believe in my talents. Believe in me. I want to say a big shout out to them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Then here ya.
You know what I mean? How is everybody doing? Wagwan. You know, we can't go up on TikTok today because my phone, I usually use up my battery, sir. Them use up my battery. Them use up my battery, people. Them use up my battery, you know?
You don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament
Yes.
with a Minister of Government, and that Minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss leaves. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society are all agree that this person does not enjoy their trust or faith and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them. I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down the entire government. You don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government, and that minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss leaves. It is a dark day for Jamaica, where the Prime Minister is unwilling or afraid to act against a minister in which the public has lost total confidence and in which the institutions of the society are all agree that this person does not enjoy trust or faith and has breached the confidence that the people have placed in them. I believe that this has the potential, if it continues, to bring down the entire government.
Mighty God. The man say it has the potential to bring down the entire government. Having Richard Hassan not retire. Richard Hassan, you know? At the time, you know, the man of Andrew Wheatley, the man of Royal Reid hanging around in government, same way and in party, and them have him in a woke man same way. Not change. Bobby Montague is now, you think say in a Burkina Faso, you think say that could have happened? You think in Burkina Faso, Mr. Ibrahim Traoré, the right honorable, most honorable, would have a member of parliament that had some government deal with our government funding for police car, used cars, the money disappear and there's no used cars. Do you think that that person would be able to operate in any capacity in the government of Burkina Faso under the leadership of Ibrahim Traoré? It's a clear no. It's an obvious no. Do you think that that person could operate on Mark Golding's team? It is a clear no. But this is who you chose, Jamaica. You chose these people, and I'm blaming you because I cannot blame them anymore. You are the ones that took money and never voted. You are the ones that took money and voted the other way. You have sold out yourself, your family, your future, and your fellow man. Pamela, what's up? You are sellouts. And you should feel bad. Yes, you should feel bad. It's unfortunate that the good will have to suffer for the bad, because they are going full speed ahead with their agenda. Full speed ahead. And I don't blame him. I don't blame the Prime Minister anymore. I don't blame Andrew anymore. You, the people, are to be blamed. All of you. The EOJ, all of you. All of you. Every single person in every single facet of society that had anything to do with Andrew Holness government so-called winning the election. All of you are to be blamed. Every last one of you. PSOJ, all of you. You are going, listen, it's not a if nor but nor maybe. You're going to see the manifestation of God. It is imminent. Imminent. You understand? Now, I came across a video, very short video. A very short video of Ibrahim Traore. And, you know, some things that seem simple to others. I don't know what's going on with my live stream, but it look like it freeze. Hold on there. It's almost... You know, Pamela, how are you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon. My channel is under severe attack, you know. One of the things that I've noticed for the last 2 days is when I set a live stream, it doesn't show up. Chill, what's up? I don't know if anybody else on YouTube is experiencing this. When I create a live stream to go live, it no longer shows up. I'm going to show you what I mean. Chill might know what I mean, because Chill is a content creator, right? All right. I want to show you guys something, right? All right, you see this? Ah, perfect. See that? You see the live stream that I created? This is what is coming up. You see that? You see the live stream, is the one at the top? It says Bolo VNR is live. It's almost like somebody is trying to deflect my audience from my actual live stream. I have never seen a live stream in draft mode, meaning it's not yet set, but it's set. Have you guys ever seen that? And it's happening on both of my platforms. Laura, what's up? It's happening on Bolo VNR Clips, and it's happening on Bolo VNR 2.0. Whoever them people that will have them thing, will link with the government, wanna leave me alone. Leave my platform alone. Please and thanks, in the name of Jesus. Leave my platform alone. Stop sabotaging my platform. Who is watching, stop sabotaging my platform. All of the people that actually get notifications, I need you guys to share the videos intensely. I need you guys to share the videos intensely. Because this don't make no sense. How is it you can't have a live stream in draft mode? I deleted it. I go to my next channel and I'll show you. Because what is happening, you know? The actual live that I'm on right now, it's not showing in the live stream. When you click on your channel, and you click on the live part to show the live videos, see, the one that I'm on right now, it's not there. It's the last one from yesterday. They have been suppressing my numbers, and they have been sabotaging my live streams. It's almost like the people them can't find the like button. Where are all of my old people that have subbed up? All of my old people in my sub up, you're telling me them can't get the notifications, you too? The whole 31,000 of them, 500 or something. When I go live in this medium, this is YouTube Studios. You're telling me that my audience that subscribe to me, at no point, I've done random lives every time of the day, just to prove a point. In the most peak of time, when people are you know, available between 3 p.m. and you know, like 10. Lady J says she have to search for my video them. What them call it? Pegasus? Wanna leave me alone, brother. Come off of my back. Shoot alone me attack. I'm not stop talking. Me not stop talking truth. Una had the weapon to farm against Jamaica. Rose, what's going on? I'm telling you, my channel is under serious attack. This is not normal. This is worse than last year. When me used to use my OBS, they attack my OBS. Notice I stop use OBS. I don't really use it anymore. I don't really use it anymore. All of my people are telling me that they don't get any notifications. Normally, and I'm not bragging, normally after 11 minutes, me easily have over 100 people. I got 200 people in the chat. They are suppressing my numbers. Literally suppressing my numbers and suppressing my productivity. So for those who truly, and this is why I'm telling you, you know, you see, we need as people that watch, we need to support the platform them we are talking truth, not just by watching. Because this is what the powers that be do. By suppressing my numbers and suppressing my productivity, they are affecting my pockets and my earnings. You need to donate to the platform them that bring value to you. You need to donate to them. I've always said that, and I've always championed that. Donate. Alright, ABR News, she overseas, so you know say our thing register over there. So she can get super chat. When she live or when she set a premiere, drop a super chat. Support the platforms. Support Mark Stewart. Support Peter Chambers. Support Mr. Shuttleworth. Support Andre. Support Atafai Press. Support Talk Your Mind TV. Talk Your Mind TV. They don't much attack Talk Your Mind TV. Till Talk Your Mind TV can't even collect the money from YouTube. But them attack me now in a different way. Because them can't say, oh, me I try to bring violence and none of them something there. Right? Them can't say that. Because of the easiest way for them lock down your channel, you know. When them say you bring hate speech, or you bring violence, you know, or you promote violence, you know, are the easiest way for them defund your channel, you know. We don't preach no violence over here. We preach the Constitution, we preach God being the only saving grace for we. You understand? And that we preach, and that we talk about, and we preach justice. We talk about anti-corruption, right? That's how we preach. And I have always said that I am open to correction. I don't know everything, and I'm not perfect. You understand? But we are going to move on still. We are going to move on and we are going to rise above it same way. Because them not going to join that channel here, you know. Them not going to join that channel here. I tell her that. Not going to join this channel. For now, one thing or the next. When I was active and I support KB over that side there. The anti-KB people them used to fight my channel same way. Fast flagging all the time. I think a little bit of thing, little bit of stuff like that them used to do. I never used to say anything. Never used to say anything, you know. But I saw it. I saw it. No, nobody start that. Barbara, what's up? Don't do that. Don't do that, mommy. Leave them be. Now fight fire with fire. We just left God to them. And me ask God to increase the territory of this platform, increase the viewership and interaction of this platform. You understand? That is what I pray God to do for this platform. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, Dior, what's up? To be honest with you, the way how my channel is, especially Bolo VNR 2.0, I have 6,000 people on Bolo VNR clips. Granted, some of them they over Bolo VNR 2.0. But 1% of 6,000 is what, 60? No, so 1% of 6,000 is 60. I am finding that this channel, Bolo VNR clips, when I go live in this capacity, was doing very, very well. I was getting 200, 300 plus people. That's great. Right? Now, 31,000 people. What is 1% of 31,500? 315. 315 people should always be in my live stream, bro. Minimum. You understand? 1% of my subscription. You notice how far I went? 1%, you know. Not 10, not 5. That's reasonable, innit? It's reasonable that YouTube would send out the notification for 1% of my viewership. Especially in this medium that I'm using. This is what you call YouTube algorithm. This is YouTube's best algorithm. And you're telling me with 30,000. And you know the next thing to guys? You guys have to hit the like button. You come in and you watch and you don't hit the like button. That also affects the videos. And it's right there. It's right there. Press that and it's supposed to open up you hitting the like button. Or you double tap the screen. Everybody is on TikTok. You double tap the screen 2 times. That is how you hit the like button with this medium. That's all you have to do. And I've said this several times. And when you guys watch me and I am here and I don't see the likes going up, it tells me that it's either there's more new people watching me, it's the first time they're watching me, or it's a bunch of haters that watch me.
That could be it.
The JLP, them are watch me. Yeah. So that only further tells me that they are blocking my viewership. Yes. They are blocking the people that like to watch me. They are not getting the notifications. That is my deductive reasoning. I've been watching this for a while, you know, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It doesn't matter the topic. I could say breaking news. I could use a clickbait. Anything at all. It doesn't matter the thumbnail. It's the same suppression that is happening. I'm a little bit tired of it, honestly. I really am. I'm a little bit tired of it. You know. Just a little bit tired of it. You know, unity is strength. Resilience is important. 1 second. Oh my God, it's not even here? What? What? Yo, the live stream is not registered on my studio. Yo, if y'all think I'm lying, look, I just refreshed it. Yo, the live stream is not registered on my YouTube, bro. It's supposed to be right here at the top. No. Hold on there. Watch out. You see? See what I talk about there? What is this upcoming shit? And I don't see the one. Oh my God. If this is not a sabotage, I don't know what is. I don't know. I need to hit up Carcino for Life. Carcino for Life knows how to deal with these bugs. Yeah, I need to hit up Carcino for Life. This is getting out of control. Alright, so even if it didn't show on YouTube, on the phone, the mobile, it's supposed to show on sorry, let us turn this properly. Even if it don't show on the YouTube mobile, it's supposed to show in your YouTube studios. Something is intrinsically wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Something is wrong, but I'm gonna move on. Alright, so this is Ibrahim Traore, right? If the title is Burkina Faso holding firm and will continue to progress. So they have bikers, I don't know if they're military, all over Africa that come together at this forum, and they are promoting safety. You understand? And Ibrahim Traore had a speech.
I am very happy and very moved to see you here. I congratulate you all for this spirit of brotherhood, this spirit of Africanness that you are developing through your passion. Spirit of Africanness that you are developing through your passion. It is difficult to see this grouping of several countries in events that are not so special, if I may say so. Through your passion, you have succeeded in uniting all of West Africa and far beyond, and I believe that you will be able to unite all of Africa. Any action that contributes to bringing Africans closer together, to uniting us, we are ready to support as much as we can. That is why we wanted Africa to come through the audit, from Seer to Johannesburg. To drive without anyone there to stop you and tell you that you are crossing a border. We no longer want borders, and we want Africans to be able to travel freely on their land, the land of their ancestors. And you are proving it, and I am very happy that you were able to convey this message to the youth. We will continue to support any action that could unite and make people responsible. Your actions are very responsible. Raising awareness among young people about road safety is very beneficial because in Africa, road accidents kill a lot of people and we often have irresponsible behavior, especially among young people. You raise awareness a lot. I am very proud of that and I will continue in this vein. Other messages. Integration in Africa, you are bringing it and this integration must become a reality. We must not just say that we want integration. Perhaps there were some minor...
You hear what the man say? The man love how the man have spread responsibility among the youth in Africa, setting a good example. These are the little things that the man is a part of the real structure and development of his country as a leader, you know. In very, very serious, you know. Ibrahim Traore, you know, very, very serious.
Minor shortcomings during the crossing, but know that we are doing everything we can to ensure that you do not hang around at the border and that you can cross as you please. Burkina Faso is certainly open with open arms. No African who wants to come to Burkina Faso will pay a single franc, and you are always welcome here in Africa.
You hear that? No African. There will be no locking off of the borders. The man them open up Burkina Faso to all of Africa. You don't have to pay any money. The man them want to remove the border thing. The man them want Africa united as one continent. That is the problem that the Western powers have. They don't want no united Africa. You're mad? United Africa does not serve their agenda. A united Africa would mean sovereign black people that obviously would be able to defend themselves and have real financial power, structural power that could not be ignored or disrespected. Africa would have to be, well, Africa would have them own table. They wouldn't have to sit at nobody else's table. Let's just say that. And this is why we've seen previous leaders were assassinated and taken out. Because things that they were advocating for would lead to a unification of Africa and an empowerment of the African people. And there are powers out there that would mean, and the powers is really agents of the devil, you know. There's no other way to put it. What the devil despises unity, especially among the chosen and the children. You understand? Yeah. Despise. The devil does not want to see God's people united. As much as we see someone, upset our Father in things that we do. How you doing, Tamara? What's up? Guys, please pay attention to the messages that Nightbot is dropping. Like joining the WhatsApp group, you know what I'm saying? Signing the MAGNITSKY Act, the Cash App, all of that. The other channels to subscribe to. Yeah.
And I know that to live your passion, you need roads, good roads. We understood the message, and Burkina Faso has committed to building very wide and very good roads for you. I hope that in the coming years you will be able to drive on very wide roads, very well built by the Burkinabe, and to welcome you, God willing. You are ambassadors now. You came to Burkina Faso to deliver a message, and I will tell you a little story. There were doctors who once came from Europe, from a European country, to work with their colleagues here. Before coming, they were told not to come because Burkina Faso, facing Ouagadougou, there is shooting everywhere. At night, there are checkpoints. You know what we call checkpoints and everything. They saw the image of certain countries in real decline and everything. But since they wanted to come, you see, doctors often with a passion for their profession, they still wanted to come and share experiences with their colleagues here in Burkina Faso. When they arrived, the first thing was to meet the conditions and everything. Well, we provided security for them, but from the airport to their hotel, they didn't see any checkpoints, they didn't see anything special. So when they arrived, they asked the soldier which road we took, and they really wanted to see the city because what they heard was totally different from what they saw, and they spent more time than they needed in Burkina.
So basically they tell a lot of lies on Africa and African countries in the media, a lot of propaganda, and when people go to these countries, like the reality is so far from what they said it was. You understand? Sometimes the total opposite. You understand? Very interesting. All in an effort to not have certain engagements or promotion. But we live in an age where everybody is a walking, I would say, reporter. Once you have a phone, you have battery life and you have service, and you have some type of social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, especially TikTok. Listen, it's over. It's over. Alright, all you gotta do is put in some of the right hashtags. You put in if you're in Burkina Faso, you have hashtag Burkina Faso. Somebody's gonna look for hashtag Burkina Faso in their search engine. Somebody's gonna look for hashtag Jamaica. And if you want to be specific, say for instance you're in Montego Bay, hashtag Montego Bay, and that experience in Montego Bay, they can always hashtag and find it in the search engine. And if the video blows up, it's gonna be the first video seen because the video has gone viral. That's how it works. So people hear stuff on the news, they go to these countries and then they disprove what was heard. Yes, they literally tell you, man, listen, I don't know what they was talking about, but this is my reality. I am here on the ground. And you cannot dispute that. It slaps the media in the face when they come out and tell lies on the countries them about all types of things happening in the country that is not happening. You see me?
They extended their stay, they had a good time, and they said, what is said in their media has nothing to do with what they see.
Exactly.
You are ambassadors of the hand. You came to prove that what is said, what is imagined, is not the case. It is not the case. Burkina is livable. Burkina is holding for...
Yo, you know when me looking at crowd, it's like me I look for myself. And me I look for my brothers and my sisters them when they are Jamaica. Literally I saw the people them look like we. When you're looking at the room and the men them that is there and the women that is there, all you see is your brothers and sisters. And you know there's Jamaicans that detach themselves from America. They detach themselves. They will never say that they are African. Sorry, not America. African. They will never say that they're African. They'll never say that they are linked or no. They're not going to say everything else but them are African. Ain't it sad? Even if you want to go as far back as to say you don't want to use the European name and say you're an Alkebulian. But they don't attach themselves to the continent. Such a wealthy and rich lineage. Because they were lied to in the media. Let me tell you, most people when they say Africa, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, all they saw was a hungry child. See Alkebulan, the Avoc Service Inc. Big up yourself. That was the name of Africa at one point, Alkebulan. Right? So I'm telling you, what they saw was what they saw, the image of Africa was a child belly swell up because of hunger and malnourishment, and a fly on him eyeball while him eyeball open. That just poverty them see and decadence. They don't see a good image of Africa, so they don't want to associate themselves with the continent. But I'm telling you, the devil is tricking you out of your birthright of wealth. Right now, when I ask Christ, you know, a whole heap of the African countries them welcoming Jamaicans, you know. If you don't want to leave this place, you don't have a place to go. Believe you me. And these are developing countries. Some of them even more developed than Jamaica. Them just not showing you on our algorithm and what we're seeing over here, and not seeing certain channels, certain YouTube channels that show you people in those places and how they live. The devil is a liar from the pit of hell. Right, Rose?
Firm, and Burkina will continue to make progress in its struggle. Of course, we continue to struggle, but we are going to win this war, and we are going to make Burkina safe so that you can continue to come to Burkina as you wish to live your passion.
Yo, Ibrahim tried coming like Optimus Prime. When Optimus Prime talk and get a speech there before we go, yo, you want to put on your life down for the man. Yeah, man. And that the man command that type of respect there. Yeah, Ghana one of the places they will love of Jamaicans. Them connect, them understand the history of the passage, slave trade, and a lot of us are directly from West Africa, and Ghana is West Africa. Very, very tied to that piece of landscape right there. Ghana love Jamaican people. Love.
That's it. I hope God brings you all back safely to your respective countries and that you are always welcome back home here in Burkina Faso.
So big up Mr. Ibrahim Chare. I want to go back to this and continue from here so with that one. That speech are too important.
Quite attempts by some Western historians to say that they had attempted to colonize in Africa. They did not. So there is no colony of Russia. And even when the Soviet Union existed prior to the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1989, and we use the word Russia as if it was the same as the Soviet Union. At least that is what happened in many parts of Africa. And what did they do? They were seen in the early days to be positive supporters of African initiatives. In Egypt, during the administration of Gamal Abdel Nasser, when the West had refused to build the Aswan High Dam, it is the Russians who came. In Ghana, the Russians were friendly to Kwame Nkrumah, of course, then as Soviet Union. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, when the UN had refused and or failed to come in aid of Patrice Emery Lumumba, it is the Russians who were called, and then Lumumba was called a communist. So the Russians were also present in Angola to support NATO. They were present in Mozambique to support Mondlane and Machel. They were present in Zimbabwe to support Nkomo and Mugabe. They were present to support the African National Congress in South Africa. Their presence in Africa has been seen as positive. And they have been seen as a friend who does not want to humiliate and dominate. They may have their interest in having minerals, they may have their interest, as indeed every country does, but they are people you can call friends, not fair weather friends. And it is in that context that then they become a natural choice for two reasons. One, historical. Secondly, because they have the military wherewithal. Remember that this world is the law of the jungle. And if you have a friend who is feared by your enemy, then that does guarantee your security. And it's that context, therefore, that you see Russia have become, in many ways, the protectors of this administration at the request of the administration. Because if it were not so, history tells us that you can be eliminated. And we have had many rumors.
Only hear that? Russia is like the big brother for Africa. Sound funny? Historically, they have been protecting African interests for a very, very long time. But Russia is smart. Russia is also protecting their own interests. And this is what you call tactical warfare. So, your enemy being the West, right? Set up camp all around you in different countries, including Africa. That's a disaster for you. Because Africa have the type of resources where your enemy can, I don't know, have nuclear weaponry being built in that area close to where you are or closer to where you are. Russia is no fool. Russia has always been strategic. But I'm not saying that Russia don't genuinely, have genuine reasons why they support Africa. Because again, they have never tried to colonize them. So it's a double-edged sword. It's also tactical. How you doing, Nora, in my opinion? And them just have a good relationship long time. And when it comes on to Burkina Faso, we know that the powers that be can get to can get to Ibrahim Traore. And the Russians are very skillful. And they have taken supreme interest in the protection of Ibrahim Traore. They want him to flourish. They want his country to flourish. And they want him to be, in my view, in my purview, this is my opinion, they want him to be, I have to give God thanks, Nora. They want him to be that catalyst for real change in Africa, which he clearly is doing already. Ibrahim Traore is a wave, a natural wave. And I pray that God just cover that man and his nation, so we can have a good example of positive sovereign leader in Africa. And we have to big up Niger and Mali as well. Those two leaders. You know, Ibrahim Traore is the poster boy in terms of the face, but they have took the similar stance and has united with Ibrahim Traore. They are literally one in terms of there's no borders between them, those three countries anymore. And you see Ibrahim Traore in the video that I just played before this one is saying, listen, the borders are open to all Africans. Come home. This is your home. You understand? You want to build, you want to help in the development of Africa for Africans. The Marcus Garvey model. Africa for Africans, home and abroad. That is the mission.
Of attempts at the life of Ibrahim Traore. And these colonizers, they don't do so directly. They use your very own. They create fifth columnists within your very own system. And if you had any doubt, how did they eliminate Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara? Through the people that he thought were his friends. In Kiswahili we say, kikulacho kingoni mwako. That which bites you is inside the clothes that you wear. And that is why you need friends who will stand by you, come rain or shine. And for the moment, the Russians have demonstrated that they are such friends. When one talks about friendship, particularly in this harsh world where in truth it can be said there is a new scramble for Africa, in this harsh world where the European powers, former colonizers, are losing their territory and influence one by one. In this harsh world where the Western countries, the conceptual West, believe that they are losing their territories to Russia and China, to be a friend of Russia is to invite enemies from the West. And that is why you see, using even African institutions, they threaten Burkina Faso, they threaten Mali, they threaten Niger, using different methods. They try to ensure that they drain water out of your pond so that you cannot survive. So in the short to medium term, it is going to be a difficult time. Difficult because they'll try to shock you. They'll try to ensure that they create an environment where your people rise up against you. They'll try to ensure that there is dissatisfaction. So going forward, what I would myself suggest is that the engagement be structured and be beyond human beings. Human beings can only exist for so long. But in order to ensure that friendship is guaranteed, the friendship between Burkina Faso and Russia must look beyond Traore and beyond Putin.
Yo, that brother, I wrote my life, bitch. Look how my life freeze up a while ago. I never used to have this problem when I go live. Yeah, man, me I get one. Me need a new device. Me need 3 new phone. And Pastor Peter Chambers, he tell me about it, you know. Yeah. Sulfur, he tell me about it too. The man, how them attack the device, them man. Remember say, all my number out there and them something there.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand?
So then
And you can't put it past these phone networks, you know.
Yeah. So what about when you build a number investing?
Yeah, man, we need some new devices. This I get out on you now. No, you don't understand. Me can't show me and say online. You don't understand. Yeah, you don't really understand. Oh man, them man are dangerous, man. Them man are disgusting. You understand? Every time the man attack my page, brother.
And that can be done by ensuring that the engagement are of mutual strategic interest for the countries. So that if it is in agriculture, if it is in the mining sector, if it is in tourism, if it is in military.
So Mr. Lumumba said right now, them have to think beyond Ibrahim Traore and Putin. You must say the relationship between Russia and Burkina Faso need to be, you need to transcend generation. You might think way beyond 50 years, you know. You understand? You might think about the future, right, of Africa. And I don't know, like, who can be mad at him about his assessment, honestly. I know I can't.
Then those structures are put in place, and 100 years from today, holding all factors constant, they can survive those who entered into them as agreements. You know, when Traore came to power, and let us retrace the history again, that he came to power after Compaoré had been removed and had sought asylum outside of the country, I think in La Côte d'Ivoire. He came to power after Jean-Marc Christian Kabore's administration had been taken away. He came to power after Damiba had been taken away. And when he came and he appeared to be relieving and reviving what I call the Sankaraist philosophy, he became an immediate enemy of Paris, led by Macron. And Macron, you see, has carried himself almost as the towing the line. Macron, I think, sees himself, and this is subject to debate, not only as Napoleon Bonaparte, but also as Charles de Gaulle. And in that regard, he believes that the territories which were colonized by them must behave. Remember in 1958, after the yes-no vote, in which case only Sékou Touré of Guinea voted no, they used to refer to former French colonies as territoire d'outre-mer. These are our foreign territories in the distant...
True. That's true. Historically, that's true. He's on point. The territories that the colonizers, conquer through war and theft. They describe them as their territories, French territories. Can you imagine? Man, come in your house, rape your children, rape your wife, imprison you, probably unalive you. Obviously, I gotta have some people escape, and then him just turn them in a slave, have them under bondage, and then declare the land theirs. So when Ibrahim Traore come and say, "Yo, get off my land," do you know how powerful that was? You know how liberating that was? And what I go do? I go end this 1 o'clock. I end this not 18 minutes because I'm very, very upset with what is happening right now. I'm very, very upset. I'm not telling no lie, I'm upset bad. But what I go do? I go end the live and I go create another live for about maybe 4 o'clock. Yeah man, I refresh and come back man for talk about what I really want to talk about. But you see frame of man I'm in right now, I can't talk about what I really want to talk about, which is the other topic after this. You see me, I have 2 things I come to talk about today and look into. Right? Because we have to look on the global community and what is happening in France, literally right now, there is protest with the people in France. Massive protest. You see them advertise it like, is it being pushed out there? Have you got a notification on your phone about those things that are happening in England? Hey man, a lot of these stuff and the news is controlled.
Land. So when you break loose as Burkina did, says what is happening here? Who do they think they are?
Exactly.
Do they think they can?
Exactly. When Ibrahim Traore tell the French say get off my land, they want to put him like I say, who you think it is? What other? How we run this? And the man say, hell no. To the no. And them still a fight right now. They are still fighting right now. I had the unfortunate encounter of talking to somebody that claimed that they're a comrade, that claimed that they're a socialist. And him probably I watch right now, and I said this to him last night. I say you can't be a socialist. The man called Ibrahim Traore a racist. Can you imagine that? I don't think y'all heard me. The man called Ibrahim Traore a racist, a black man, you know. And then when me ask him, what has he done for you to qualify your statement to prove that you say, yeah man, is it just an opinion that you have? How can you qualify that statement? Stop lying on the man. The man is not a racist. And then him try to move the goalposts. I don't know what him thinking when I talk to, but in a debate, me another one. You understand? I'm very, very sharp when I'm ready. Especially on topics that I am knowledgeable about. And reasoning ability and common sense. Now, I'm going to move the goalpost and I say, what you're saying is that a black man cannot be racist. I said, that's not the argument. I never said that. I never said that a black man cannot be racist. That's not my position. I am saying, I am asking you, what has Ibrahim Traore did for you to make that statement? Are you just talking out of the side of your ass? Or do you have evidence of something he said or did that made him racist? I think the only thing is, I call him and tell him straight, brother, you are a house slave. You are a house slave. How dare you challenge Massa? Eh? Because him challenge Massa, that make him racist. You're a house slave, you have a house slave mentality. Why don't you want to have power for yourself? Why don't you want to stand as a man? Black man, proud, dignity, pride. Not pride in a negative way, but pride in your country, in yourself. You understand? Because you're operating on a level of righteousness. That type of pride me I talk about. You're not only doing for self, you're doing for the generations to come. Just like when the soldiers them in America go out and you hear them honor them and say, yo, them a fight for the freedom of their country, for the freedom of the people that live there. Why can that energy be reciprocated for another nation? Why can't they stand up for their people? Why you would call the man a racist? Me tell him, Mr. Brother, you're a house slave, brother. Straight up. Same thing we say about Nigel Clark. Nigel Clark is a house slave. Nigel Clark sell out Jamaica. Forget job at IMF. He's a house slave. What do you want me to do, master? I'll pay the debt faster than it needs to so the economy cannot grow, master. Can I get that job, master? Sell out. Andrew Holness is no different in my opinion. Sell out. Sell out to master. Who tells him we got giant privy council? Nobody tells him we got pledge allegiance to nobody. Him do it on him own card. When everybody, every well-thinking Jamaican want to move away from the monarch, move away from that Westminster system and have a real republic, you have a giant privy council, and then them have the audacity in our election time to talk about Mark going at 1 foot in and 1 foot out because him was not born a citizen of England, but his father, because of his father, he automatically got a citizenship. But Andrew Holness went to the Privy Council and joined it and pledged allegiance to the Queen or the King at the time, whoever was running. What are we doing? Like, think about that for a minute. Just think about those. I know I said a lot, you know, in that short period, but think about that. Think about it. Think it's not illegal yet.
Withstand France, so it is personal anger. It is ego that has been hurt, and that can be dangerous. Hence, the reaction that you see from Paris. In other words, from the standpoint of Paris, Ibrahim Traore and his compatriots are giving a bad example to otherwise good boys and girls. When you look at Traore and Burkina Faso now, I think there are 4 categories of people when you look at how they are dealing with the Traore. There is category number 1 of leaders who are wedded to their colonizers, who think, oh, this young man, we've seen many like him, he's just a flash in the pan, he'll come and go. That is category number 1. And I'm sure they tell their masters in the West, we have seen many, didn't we see Sankara, didn't we see Lumumba, didn't we see Nkrumah, didn't we see Machel, category number 1. Category number 2 are those who are saying, I wish it was me who was getting this kind of adulation. What could I have done in order to ensure that my name is emblazoned on every other media? Those are actuated by ego and malice and envy and jealousy. True. That is another category of African leaders. The other category of African leaders are those who fear. They fear that what this young man and his compatriots are doing is setting a bad example, and I must now look very keenly at what my young men and women in the army are doing. They can't sleep because they fear that they themselves can meet the fate of those who are removed by Traore. So they fear in that regard. Then there is the 4th.
Yo, hold up. Before he goes to the 4th, those 3 that he just mentioned. 1, the first one is, you know, Ibrahim Traore is one of many leaders that come up. Them come and go. Them soon get rid of him. Second is, damn, I wish I was getting that type of attention. Look how the people love him. I wish I was getting that type of press. Look at how the world responds to Ibrahim Traore. It's mostly positive. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. The people on the ground love Ibrahim Traore. I have seen Americans, African Americans, born there. Them can't say them are not American because them never choose to be brought to America and be offsprings of people that they enslaved. So them can't say them are not American. I have seen Americans put out video and said to the US, brawling, leave Ibrahim Traore alone. Do not go there. Do not mess with that man. He's doing what is right for his people, and we're sick and tired of you guys suppressing the growth of Africa and the unification of Africa. Back off. I have seen people come out and do videos and say that. A lot of people. Alright? This is the reality. You see, when it comes to the people that are in power, are them not like Ibrahim Traore. The people that really run stuff, they don't like him. He is a problem. He's a problem. And the other thing that they don't like is how Russia is holding Ibrahim Traore in their bosom. Russia not play about Ibrahim Traore. When Ibrahim Traore went to Russia, you know, that was a statement, you know. And he had his gun on him still. Yo, Russia not play that game then. You know how much trust I respect the man have for the young man. The man had his gun on him still. Vladimir Putin run certain joke. When it comes to security, he don't play. You know how much trust and respect Vladimir Putin have to make Ibrahim Traore have him gun pan him. I don't know if you did recognize or realize the significance of that. Loaded weapon. Yo, I'm not even a block you. If you dislike me, why are you here? Why are you here? I don't go to people's channel I dislike, you know. I don't listen to people that I think is speaking nonsense. What have I been saying before that I'm not saying now? How have you grown to dislike me? How long have you been watching me? Svelt, Ciliot, first time seeing you typing in the chat. How you doing, Millie McBean? So according to you, honestly, bro, I have grown to dislike you because of the lack of structured critical thinking. So I lack structural critical thinking and discourse on my channel, when all I do over here is critical thinking. Well, you have your right to your opinion still, you know, but I'm confused as to why you are here. Why are you here? Since I lack structured critical thinking, and that's such a broad thing to say, because you'll have to show me an example of where I was not critically thinking about something, when all I do is raise critical questions. And I'm not the type of person that doesn't take constructive criticism, but actually, you're talking nonsense.
Positive category.
You're talking nonsense. Nonsense you're talking. You can't always have your ideas. Start a channel and go and talk your ideas then. Start a channel and criticize my ideas. Go ahead. Get some, put Bolo name in it and get some traction. Go ahead and use your critical thinking now. Go ahead. That's what you should do. The truth is hurting them. They are distractions, but sometimes you have to address them. You have to address them. It come like the lady that came up against talking nonsense on TikTok. The dunce one on TikTok that came up against Nikisha Burchell. Right? Her argument was so flawed. What she's accusing Nikisha Burchell of, she never said that. She never said whatever his name is can't come to the constituency and do a normal thing as a councillor. She never said he wasn't welcome in the constituency. She specifically said that he's not legal, he doesn't have the legal rights to be, interfering with government contracts. He is not the MP. I have a dunce woman we claim to say she have a degree. You know, see how them are doing that on the internet? Yo, it is embarrassing. But tell her, I did a reaction. I said, Miss, log off. Log off. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? These people, they come and they never, and I know I didn't block the person that does talk a while ago, because me want to really them give me an example of what I did that they're talking about. Listen, let me tell you something. I am no teacher, and I've never claimed to be a teacher. This is Bolo VNR. VNR stands for my views, my reactions, and my responses. So if you have a problem with my view, leave. But when you're going to go and say that you dislike me, now it's personal, because you're exposing yourself, because you're one of the dirty king liver right them. You're one of the lab rats them. That's why you dislike me. It's the only reason why you could dislike me. Because you're one of the lab rat them. Period. Because you guys are hugging on Andrew Ole's nuts. You're nut huggers. No, listen, everybody will not understand. Everybody will not be saved. As a matter of fact, majority of them is going to fall by the wayside. Majority of them. You can't look at all of my content and say, I am just illogical and yo, if you pointed out something as a reference of a video that I did and say, yo, based off this is illogical and this is why, because such and such and such, and give. Since as you're so methodical in your approach, all you have to do is come and show the evidence and say, see it here, boom, 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 boom. I would respect that. I would respect that. Right? But honestly, I don't always get it right. But for you to say that I am just, nah.
They are few and far between. They are the ones who say, yes, these things we call unconstitutional changes of power.
No, you see, let me tell you something. You see, when you break the line of communication by your first communication being disrespect, there'll be no more communication. You can't ask me for my email. I no longer want to hear nothing you have to say because your approach was flawed. I don't want to have a dialogue with somebody that comes on my platform and disrespect me. For what? I don't want you to have access. If you call my phone, I'm going to block you. Simple as that. Call my number public, but if you call my phone, I'm going to block you. Oh, today is Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit the Cash App. This is the only day when I'm going to ask. Feel free to hit the Cash App. Feel free to hit the PayPal. We got the Zelle. Hey, show your boys some love, man. I didn't even know. Today is Friday? The hell? I didn't. Oh, yeah, true, because Wednesday, yeah. Oh, Lorna in the building, yeah. Hey, you see that? Lorna just sent me something on the Cash App, man. Wagwan Mary. Where you see me argue with Tutsis? Hey, sometimes I Tutsi them, yo. You have to address the Tutsi them, yeah. You have to address me. I said sometimes. Sometimes, mother, sometimes you have to address the Tutsis. Well, yes, just deal with them. Just deal with them, Shabby. Somebody said, good afternoon, Bolo. Chief Curry is a born leader. He went to Monroe College. He's a brilliant fellow. Big up, Chief Curry. Oh, they're responding to a short that I did. Oh, they're responding to a short that I did. Yes, people, Paul Chin is the name on the Cash App. Yep, Paul Chin is the name. No, she was asking me if that's the name. She wanted to be sure. She just texted me and asked me. But Paul Chin is the name on the Cash App. Yes. Lady J. Yeah, man. For real, man. Big up, Lorna. For the Cash App, you know what I mean? Mass control about the holy. Why are you even responding to idiots? Many are called. You can't help those people. Take it from me. Don't waste your time. No, you know, I really would want to dialogue with somebody on the opposing side. Like, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with the challenging of ideas. I really don't. So, it's not necessarily, but what I don't tolerate is disrespect. You cannot teach me by disrespecting me. You're going to be rejected. I choose who I listen to. Just like how you do. If you believe that I am speaking nonsense, I'm over. That is it. You don't have to come and type, oh, whatever, this and that, and be disrespectful. One time when I just block at the same time and move on. Right? Thanks, Lorna. Yeah. Person said they have an IQ of 184. What does that even mean? You told us that. So we should believe it. And so because you have an IQ, you cannot be wrong. Because you have a high IQ, it means that you have superior knowledge over anybody else. Are you serious? You don't get it wrong. You don't have you couldn't be flawed in your calculation and in your, what? See, that's dangerous. That's narcissistic. That's dangerous. Those types of people are what create destructive elements because they think they're so smart that they are above reproach. Yeah, the truth is hitting them very, very much. So, you understand? Sassy, you know, see them in the chat. What do you mean? See person they type, the first time them type. And I'm like, what? Huh? And then some marketplace comment. I'm like, oh, you're one of those. You're one of the stiff-necked fools. Huh? So if them a call me name, I'm for call him. It's just the truth. No, them not here for teach, them here for argue. Them not here for learn nothing.
Not unconstitutional change of power. This is rebellion, and not just rebellion. This is revolution. And they are saying, let us not ostracize these young men and women. They actually represent a new generation of Africans who are impatient, who feel let down. Let us support them. One of them who is emerging in that category is my very good friend, John Dramani Mahama of Ghana, who upon returning to power in Ghana, told the ECOWAS leaders, we must engage the Sahelians. And he's been to Ouagadougou, he's been to Bamako, he's been to Niamey. They are saying that this situation is a clarion call to the entire continent of Africa, that if we don't change for the better, then we will.
Martha, if you look at the message that Nightbot just put right there, the name on the Cash App is Paul Chin, but the Cash App is right there. See there? Nightbot Cash App DH $DH 7220. It's right there. See there? DH7220. That's the name of the name of the Cash App. But the name, that's the Cash App signature. Yeah. But the name is Paul Chin. Alright?
Will be eliminated. So when you look at the situation in Burkina Faso, those are the four forces that are operating within the African continent. Then there is a fifth force from outside of the continent. This is France. These young people are making us to lose our sense. When you look at the situation in Burkina Faso, those are the four forces that are to the main. They are saying that this, we must on returning to power in Gondraman, support present, and they are saying, object power, one by Traore. So they fear in that regard. Then there is the fourth positive category. They are few and far between. They are the ones who say, yes, these things we call unconstitutional changes of power. This is not unconstitutional change of power. This is rebellion, and not just rebellion. This is revolution. And they are saying, let us not ostracize these young men and women. They actually represent a new generation of Africans who are impatient, who feel let down. Let us support them. One of them who is emerging in that category is my very good friend, John Dramani Mahama of Ghana, who upon returning to power in Ghana, told the ECOWAS leaders, we must engage the Sahelians. And he's been to Ouagadougou. He's been to Bamako. He's been to Niamey. They are saying that this situation is a clarion call to the entire continent of Africa, that if we don't change for the better, then we will be eliminated.
You better know that the way how the Gen Z them are operating in Africa, if they see you as an agent of the colonizer, it's only a matter of time. There has been a shift that has taken place. These young people have seen their parents do things in a certain way and have perpetual enslavement. That's all they have received. They have gone to the polls, they have elected new officials, and the result is they are still in the same position that they have. They have tried all the legal ways, and their back is against the wall. The system has put their back against the wall, and the only course that they see is the one they have taken. When I see the military take out, they remove the leadership, you know say gone bad. And it's not like you can say, oh, it was a righteous leader and this is just a tyrannical move. No, it is rebellious, but it is not unrighteous what they are doing. They are trying to free themselves from bondage. All right, let me check, Lana. Check the Cash App. Yeah, man, thank you, Mr. Stevens, and thank you, Lorna. Thank both of you for the donations to the Cash App. Keep it coming, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it coming. Yeah, man, thank you guys for the Cash App, man. Keep it coming. I appreciate you. All right? For others that are there, if you don't have Cash App, the PayPal is there. The PayPal is... Hold on, let me tell you the PayPal. And if you want to use the Zelle, let me know. Let me tell you the PayPal. The PayPal is Bolo 876J. That's BOLO 876J. J for Jamaica. 876 for Jamaica. Yes. So Bolo 876J. Alright. Delroy, what's up? Yeah, man. Today is Friday, and all of the people that appreciate the platform, I am inviting you to go ahead and tap up the Cash App, tap up the PayPal, tap up the Zelle. Straight up. Today is Friday, baby. Know what I mean?
So when you look at the situation in Burkina Faso,
you can
those are the four forces that are operating within the African continent. Then there is a fifth force from outside.
So, the man has said the fourth element of African leadership, looking at Burkina Faso, pretty much they're saying, listen, man, the man is, we have to listen to the young people. They are crying out, and this is their way of doing it. Let's not reject them. Rejecting them is only going to fuel more dissension. I don't know where Jamaica is in that capacity. I don't know. I'm not certain. But hey, all I've been saying is I hope that we don't get to that point where that is the order of the day. In Jamaica, no, that is not good. That is not good. Thank you so much, Martha. Yeah, man, definitely.
Side of the continent. This is France. These young people are making us to lose our spheres of influence. They think they are going to make something to work in Burkina Faso. We will not allow it. What we are going to do is to cause and support insurgency, so that if there is no total breakdown of law and order in those countries, then there will be a civil war. And I can tell you, they are doing everything in their power, covertly and overtly, to undermine those administrations. And I have no doubt in my mind that on a daily basis, they have individuals in their intelligence community asking, how can we eliminate him? Can we eliminate him by poisoning his toothpaste like we tried before with other people? What do we use on a daily basis? They are planning. In 1965,
the man said he believes, Mr. Lumumba said he believes that on a daily basis, they are planning on how they can eliminate Ibrahim Traore on a daily basis. Wow. You know how strong you gotta be? Man, you gotta have God by your side, bro. For you to be in a position of that guilt, like, and I know he's a man, he's a God-fearing man. Yeah, Ibrahim Traore, yeah. I know that.
Nkrumah gave an iconic speech. He said that it is the duty of the military to support the government in power and the duty of the military not to be involved in politics. But if it becomes necessary for the military to get involved in politics, it should only be for a short time as justified by necessity, and then they must go back to their military duties. In other words, even the Osagie for Kwame Nkrumah himself, who unfortunately ended up being a victim of a military coup, did appreciate that there may be circumstances in which it can become necessary. In Africa, why is it becoming necessary? It is becoming necessary because...
So you telling me, I didn't even know that he's an orphan? You hear that, mommy? Ibrahim Traore is an orphan. Here's the phone, you know. He's an orphan. God always uses those people with those types of stories and elevate them to greatness. You know this? Because Peter Chambers was an orphan to don't mommy?
No, I didn't know.
I ask him.
I didn't know.
No, I'm asking. You never know that?
No, I didn't know.
No, I heard him never know his parents. Him did in our home.
That's why they're so famous.
God always uses those people, you know.
Because it's dividend too.
When no father, no mother, God take up them one day different.
Yes,
It's almost like the proverb of the sheep that get left behind. And Jesus go back for that one sheep there while the other one them go forward. God always put special hands on those types, those ones. Mark Stewart too. You know me say Peter Chairman and Mark Stewart me talk about now. Mark Stewart too. The Forsaken.
the Lord will take you up.
Us, those who are in office have perfected the art of sustaining themselves in power by manipulating the ballot. You know, they are.
Say that again for me, sir.
Those who are in office have perfected the art of sustaining themselves in power by manipulating the ballot.
So, the manipulation of ballot, the thieving of elections, is not foreign. It happens all over the world. So when we talk about this last election and how we think it went down, and our opinion of it, oh, people don't want to hear it. If you were to only operate in what you already know, you will never have discovery. All of the geniuses, this person came on talking about IQ, all of the geniuses is a belief they had. A belief. A hunch, a feeling. Sassy 81, how you doing, sweetie? How your traveling going? Are you back? Are you still on vacation? Right? I'm gonna go live on TikTok now. All of the geniuses, they had a feeling, you know, a possibility. Still on vacation? Oh man, I appreciate you. Should be enjoying yourself. I appreciate you, you know, coming on and, you know, saying hi and stuff. But go enjoy yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep safe and everything. You know, salute to you. Have a drink for me, all right? Make sure you have a drink for me.
You know, there are 55 African countries, 54 recognized internationally. 40 of those countries print their ballots outside of the continent of Africa. And there is evidence in the cases of some of these countries that ballots are actually pre-marked in favor of certain candidates. So you can wake up all you want very early in the morning. But as was said by one leader many years ago, it is not those who vote that matter, but those who count the votes. So today,
it's not those who vote that matter, but it's those who count the votes. Wise words. Wise words from Mr. Lumumba. Very wise words indeed.
Hey, you walk across Africa and you hear young people saying, what is the purpose of voting anyway? The result is predetermined. And these individuals, once they get into power, what is their greatest claim to fame? They are thieves. They are liars.
Yo, everything he's saying is the same sentiment that most Jamaicans saying, you know. I'm going to play that back. The 60% of this country believes exactly what he just said about the politicians them in Jamaica. Listen to this.
Count the votes. So today, you walk across Africa and you hear young people saying, what is the purpose of voting anyway? The result is predetermined. And these individuals, once they get into power, what is their greatest claim to fame? They are thieves. They are liars. They are murderers. So people are becoming helpless. And it is in this context when an enlightened or a group of enlightened individuals in the armed forces then seize power through the barrel of the gun, then they get the people's support. Because the people say we don't like these individuals and therefore we are not going to listen to these individuals who say that power has been seized unconstitutionally. We are going to argue that the end justifies the means. And this is why, therefore, coups are becoming something that are celebrated. That is why there were people dancing in the streets of Niamey. That is why there were people dancing in the streets of Bamako. That's why there were people dancing in the streets of Libreville. That is why there were people dancing in the streets of Ouagadougou. And I'm sure there are many more in different African countries waiting to dance and asking themselves, when will an enlightened group of men and women emerge in our country to save us from the clutches of these megalomaniacs who have succeeded in manipulating the ballot?
No. You know, here in Jamaica, there have been people that have come online and expressed that same, express support for same, which you just mentioned. These coups that are happening in Africa and all around the world, as he said, it's being celebrated. The people who is the real government, they are not frowning on it. They are literally saying, thank God for these brave men and women that actually decided to do something to shift the tide of oppression on the people. Because you have leaders there that are so corrupt, they are scraping the resources, right, for themselves and their friends and families, while the masses suffer. They increase their own pay to 200 and 300% and give the teachers 0% in the first year, right? And if they were growing the economy and everybody was really prospering and thriving, people really wouldn't have an issue. Happy Friday, Anna Ramsey. As I said, you're just coming in. So everybody, I'm inviting you guys to hit the Cash App and show some love on this wonderful Friday. Hit the PayPal. Show your boy some love, man. Show your boy some love. All right, we got the Zelle right there. Show your boy some love. If you hit the Zelle, just send me a screenshot of the receipt. All right, the Cash App, the name on it is Paul Chin and Bolo. The PayPal, Bolo 876J. That's me all day. My boy Paul Chin. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? For giving me this avenue. All right. Yes, sir. Real people, man. You know how real you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? For facilitating me in that manner. And once you send something on the Cash App, it's right on my phone. It couldn't be on my phone if it wasn't for my boy. He had to put it on my phone. You heard? That's facts. All right? Because you know how the security is with those things. But yeah, let's continue.
Burkina Faso has tried to achieve many things, but I also want us to contextualize Burkina Faso.
Mm-hmm.
The Burkina Faso economy is a small economy.
Right.
Its GDP at very best is just slightly over 20 billion United States dollars. That is a small economy. But as the saying goes, you cut your coat according to your cloth. And what the administration of Traore has tried to do is, number one, to restore people's confidence and pride and esteem. That must never be forgotten. That people simply want to live free. They don't want to feel that they are enslaved or they are slaves of anybody.
Right.
I think that has been done, giving meaning to the name of the country, the Burkina Faso,
yes,
the land of the upright man.
Black.
Number two, they have identified key areas that touch society. And therefore you see very deliberate focus on agriculture. Deliberate focus, not that they want to mechanize their agriculture in a dramatic way, but ensuring that household situation is proper, that people can have food and grow food that will feed themselves. Mm-hmm. That, I think, we'll see that there is quite...
No, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to food, I have to preference my statement very carefully. Pastor Shuttleworth did that video. But yesterday, I think it's morning live stream. Yeah. Him now? Yeah, go call him. Because him take long, so you can call him now. Wagwan Odin. Yeah. Pastor Shuttleworth did that video early, yesterday morning. You guys can go to his page on YouTube. It's Freedom Come TV. Freedom Come Ministries TV. Go on YouTube and type in Freedom Come TV. And you will find Pastor Shuttleworth's YouTube channel. He did a live stream yesterday morning. He does a live stream almost every morning. It's called Conversation. he spoke about the food. The food. You say, oh, that's same way. Yes, so he spoke about food. What he said was, there will be things in the food that would be very peculiar, that you would Rosetta, we had that about, you would have to research to understand its potency, whether it is negative or positive to your anatomy, your body. So I have to be searching the begins to find the right one that's live. We're talking about Rosetta. Powell Wright say him listen every morning, great teaching. Well, Powell Wright, you definitely should be on point in terms of your preparation for what is to come. You definitely. I see on my platform, I don't have any problem with pointing people in the direction where the information is. That I believe will help the people to prepare themselves properly, spiritually, mentally, physically, every alley. We are in a season right now where you have to draw closer and closer and closer to God, the Word of God, and ask for intuition, wisdom, and divine protection from forces that are out there. The devil is extremely active. And probably this is what people have a problem with me. Probably that person that has that IQ. Usually people that have high IQ don't believe in God, you know. They think they are smarter than the entity that gave them wisdom. Yes, my general.
Some investment in agriculture, and attempts actually are being made to even mechanize agriculture to the extent that it is necessary so that they do not rely on importation from food. That is also happening. The third thing is education, because people recognize that education is an important investment for younger people, and you can see that there's attempts, even in the face of very limited budgets, attempts to ensure that schools are equipped and schools are being managed in a manner that is responsive to the realities of the day, including technology and artificial intelligence. Another area that they have done very well is with a view to taking control of their natural resources. You will know that many of the resources, particularly in the mining sector, for which Burkina Faso is very famous, was under the control of many companies which were based either in Canada, the United States of America, Australia, and of course France. They are saying all the minerals and all these must now be mined for the benefit of the people of Burkina Faso. And they are not saying we are not going to trade with the world, no. They are simply saying there must be trade that ensures that the income that is generated and or realized from the exploitation of our minerals is used for the benefit of the people of Burkina Faso. They have also entered into what I call very useful engagements, and I think there are ongoing negotiations, particularly with the Russian government, with a view to having energy. And I think that in itself is useful in terms of transferring technology, so that some of the seeds or rather the fruits of the seed that are being sown today will only germinate after a short while. And the other thing that I think they have tried to do is to ensure that they, as much as is possible, control their affairs. The decision to have a passport that is printed and covers the 3 Sahelian countries of Burkina, of Mali, and of course Niger is a good thing. Having a currency that is not pegged on France, CFA franc, I think it is a good thing. Having a military that is focused on the people's plight is important. In eliminating institutions which are simply parasitic upon the population is also a good thing. This is the era and the period of disruption. So what has happened is that a lot of things have been disrupted. Years. Now they are beginning to get into the era of consolidation. And that is where you now must recognize that you are part of the international community. And Burkina Faso is now receiving very many visitors who are going to that. I know friends of mine from different have been visiting Burkina Faso, and I and others actually will be visiting Burkina Faso in the month of October. And this is happening because they have also demonstrated that this could possibly be the beginning of true Pan-Africanism in practical terms. So a lot of things are happening there.
So one of the things I realize, I'm big up to the people that listen to me out there. We don't have to agree on spirituality or God or religion or anything like that. But I will always give the Almighty. I'm not going to be here denying God. I'm not going to do that. A lot of things that is happening in my life, I know it's God. I know it's God. I know God is keeping me. God is protecting me. And I have not been the most obedient servant. I have been so flawed. You understand? But somehow God still bless me and still keep me. Right? So I am not going to go into any religious conversation with anybody on the phone or on the platform. First of all, that is a conversation that never ends. I think we're at the point now where if you don't see it, you're not going to see it anymore. It's like what Mark Stewart said. There's two types of people now. There's a separation. There's a line. You know when I say the bloodline is drawn? There's a line that is drawn. It's either you're with God or you're not with Him. Period. And I'm not going to beat up my chest because I cannot convince you to be with God. You have to see it. You have to come to the realization. You have to see it. When I read Revelations, all of it is playing out. Seriously. Like seriously, all of it. When you saw the needs, you never immediately thought about Revelation. When you saw the needs, it's like, huh? Wow. Really? Digital currency, right? That's how it starts. Thank God for the remnant. Thank God for the men and women of God. Thank God for God. God bless Jamaica. But we are As a nation, we have strayed. So, woe, woe, and woe. But when it comes to the food, people, be he vigilant. Look at the labels. Look at the name of the something them. When you can't pronounce, Google it, read it up. If you can't pronounce the name of the thing and you can't find what it is and where it do not consume. Find farmers where you trust. Work with your farmer them. I tell you, say, I was talking about community building the other day. If you guys work with the farmer them and make them know, say, these are the items that I want to have a month. The farmer them can now farm to that, to feed the community, So by the time them have, me say, Martha, so when them a plant now, they can say, all right, say, me have customers who go and talk through. Respect, bro. And that's how I said, the person when they come earlier, yeah, if you feel that way about the channel, they don't have to be here. Because other people find value with the platform. No, yeah, when you start farm, plant and look at garden, if I even some tomato and pepper or something, do something. Do something. Plant one look at something. You understand? One thing my mother active, My mother active bad. See me I say. We got Mr. Lumumba, me hear the last part of this.
And I think when you are doing well, if you allow me a football analogy, when you are moving with the ball towards the goal, the noise is useful to encourage you to hold the ball well in the knowledge that it is only when you score that you make us happy. So the ball is moving towards the goal, and those who are outside are cheering, and we want to see the ball at the back of the net.
Yes.
Then we will cheer even more. As I said, Ibrahim Traore is a symbol, and a symbol is part of the system. So what young people must realize is that success is not an individual achievement. You achieve because you are part of a team. You achieve because you are part of a chain, and a chain has many components. You achieve because you are focused. You achieve because you are courageous. You achieve because you love your country and you are selfless. You achieve because you don't have insatiable appetite for good things. You achieve because you are able to identify friends. You achieve because you have conquered yourself and you want to serve. Those are the positive lessons that young people must draw. Discipline, courage, focus. Africa stands at crossroads. And when you are at crossroads, you choose which path you are going to follow. What is happening in Burkina Faso, and by extension in the Sahelian region to include Niger and Mali, is a good thing. A good thing because it is being demonstrated that young Africans can rise above the parapet of mediocrity and begin to shine light in the right direction. Our prayer and our hope is that the people will keep these leaders on a short leash, because good governance must always be underpinned and protected by eternal vigilance of the population, because power can corrupt, and all of us are capable of being corrupted by power. So we must always remind everybody who is in a position of leadership that you hold power in trust for us. And that is why we must remind Traore, remind Atimi Goita, remind Shani that you are there, but you are merely the arrow's head. The arrow's head without the tail cannot move.
Wow. Powerful. Powerful. Sefu, what's up? Why Sefu, I go catch the replay. I'm gonna catch the replay. People, I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, I'm gonna come back live and cover the second part with Andrea and Zulika just and obviously add other things too, because there's some things in the news where I like to address and cover. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the donations. Let me see if nobody else send me nothing on the Cash App. People, if you want to send me something on the Cash App, hey, go ahead. Today's Friday, baby. I am accepting all blessings and abundance today on the Cash App and the PayPal, alright? Or the Zelle. Alright, we're encouraging it today. Today is Friday. Joanne Sinclair, what's up? Aldane, what's up? Maybe 4 or 5. 4 or 5. I'll be on live 4 or 5. One of them. More than likely at 4. Yeah, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Yeah, man. 4 o'clock. Alright. So big up on yourself. The Cash App is DH, money sign DH 7220. See Nightbot dropping it there. And the PayPal is BOLO 876J. The link and the name of them is in the description of the YouTube. It's also pinned in the comment section, alright? And the Zelle information, the email is right there. For the Zelle, you have hit me up on WhatsApp. See? Who that? Lorna, big up. Lorna, are you send me the Cash App, don't Lorna? Are you what the Lorna will send me the Cash App, right? You're up on TikTok, right? Big up yourself, man. That's my time, y'all. See y'all later. And I am going to be putting out a lot of short videos. The shorts, yeah, I'm going to be putting out a lot of shorts. I need those shorts to get to 1 million views. Million. That's the aim. Minimum hundreds of thousands. But we're going to put out some serious short videos here. Bless up on yourself. I'm out.